everyone, welcome to my channel, the best place for learning violin online. In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step where to place your left hand on the violin so you get the basics right to play in tune every time. So if you are a beginner violinist or you're picking up the violin for the first time, I would recommend to keep on watching. For those of you who are new to my channel, I am a professional violinist with more than 20 years of experience, so I would recommend to follow along this video. The first tip I have for you when you place your left hand on the violin is relax your left hand. The most important thing for you to avoid when placing your left hand on the violin is tension. So your left hand should never feel rigid and stiff, because otherwise attempting to play will then become very difficult. The first way to check if your hand is relaxed is trying to switch a light on. The amount of pressure you need when you succeed is the same amount needed when you place your hand on the violin. However, if your hand is too relaxed, you will see that it won't work. The second way to check is to touch it with the other hand, yes, and make sure that the muscles are all soft. The second tip I have for you, the left wrist should be straight. So whenever we place the left hand on the violin, this part of the hand should never touch the body of the instrument, because if you're attempting to play like that, it won't work. It will never work. When I try to put my left hand closer to the violin, that means in the wrong position, I feel like there is a disconnection between the nerves of my hand and my arm, so that if I try to play like this in the wrong position, that was bad. However, when I try to move my hand away from the violin so that the left wrist is straight, look how fast I can play. Great, moving on to the third tip. There is a 3 contact point for the left hand. So let me show you what I mean. Our left hand touches the violin on 3 points: the thumb, the base of the index finger, and the tip of the finger. Something along these lines. Thumb, base of the index finger, and tip of the finger. Any finger that you would like. So far, you have learned 3 great tips to set the basics right to play in tune every time. So remember, first one, no tension. Second one, left wrist should be straight. And the third one, the 3 contact points of our left hand on the violin. If you are following along this video with your violin on your hands, please make a comment below to tell me how you're getting so far. And let's move on. The 4th tip I have for you is there is always a gap between the thumb and the rest of the fingers. So you might be asking, but how much space is needed? So basically, you should be able to fit one of your fingers in between them. Let me actually show you on the violin. When I place my hand on the violin, you see a gap, which is not very little and it's not too wide. I always fit a finger in between. The 5th tip for you to take is that the pinky needs to be closer to the strings. So let me show you. When we place our left hand on the violin, our pinky needs to be closer to the strings. So, if so far you have done everything I have mentioned in this video, but your forefinger feels very far away from the violin, then you will have trouble to reach all the notes. So make sure from the beginning you put your forefinger close to the strings. Let me actually give you a bonus exercise for you to play from the very beginning. You can actually pluck the strings like that. As you can see, you can actually have the best shape to play. Great, those were my 5 top tips whenever you place your left hand on the violin for the first time. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe on further videos and further tips of how to learn the violin online. As always, thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments below if you have found this video helpful. Bye!